Microsoft then versus now, a comparison of the tech company's evolution. Microsoft, the software giant that has transformed the world of computing, is more than just a maker of software. It's a company that has completely revolutionized the way we work. From its early days as a small software startup in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Microsoft has grown into the massive company it currently is, with a portfolio of products and services that are used by billions of people around the world. But what is it about Microsoft that has made it so influential? Is it the technology, the leadership, or the business strategy? Join us as we explore the fascinating world of Microsoft and uncover the secrets behind its enduring success. Welcome to the Time Capsule Channel, the place where we dive back in time and tell you the stories of the present. Microsoft Corporation is a leading producer of software applications and operating systems for personal computing devices. The business also makes its own brand of hybrid tablet computers, publishes books and multimedia publications, provides email services, as well as markets electronic gaming consoles plus computer peripherals. It has sales locations all around the world. Additionally to its primary research and development facility at its corporate headquarters in Redmond, Washington, the United States, Microsoft also maintains research facilities in Cambridge, Beijing, China, England, Bengaluru, India, Massachusetts, Cambridge, and New York, along with Montreal, Canada. Two childhood friends in Seattle, Bill Gates, together with Paul G. Allen, adapted the widely used mainframe machine programming language BASIC for use on the Altair, an early personal computer, PC, in 1975. A short while later, Gates and Allen established Microsoft, branding it by combining software and microcomputer. They improved BASIC as well as developed additional programming languages throughout the course of the following several years. For its first personal computer, the IBM PC, known as International Business Machines Corporation, IBM, commissioned Microsoft to provide the software that was required, or operating system, in 1980. Microsoft acquired another company's operating system, made changes to it, and eventually renamed it MS-DOS, which stands for Microsoft Disk Operating System. In 1981, the IBM PC and MS-DOS were both introduced. Following that, the majority of personal computer manufacturers obtained licenses to use MS-DOS as the operating system for their machines, creating enormous profits for Microsoft. By the early 1990s, the software had sold more than 100 million copies as well as had beaten out rival operating systems like CP/M. With Windows, a graphical user interface that saw widespread adoption with the introduction of its third edition in 1990, Microsoft strengthened its position of power in operating systems. By 1993, Microsoft's Windows 3.0 and later editions had been selling 1 million copies per month, powering approximately 90% of all PCs on the planet. The business developed Windows 95 in 1995, which successfully exceeded the simplicity. Microsoft also overtook long-standing competitors Lotus as well as WordPerfect to take the top spot in business applications, including word processors and spreadsheet tools. In 1985, Microsoft established its electronic publishing sector, which was already well known for the enduring success of its multimedia encyclopedia, Encarta. Offering a variety of services and goods, particularly the Microsoft Network and MSNBC, it also joined the information services and entertainment industries. Microsoft became a publicly held firm in 1986 as a result, which meant that by the middle of the 1990s, it had developed into one of the most prominent brands and successful businesses in American history. Amazingly, it generated profits of 25 cents for every dollar of sales. The business achieved $2 billion in net revenue for the first time during its fiscal year 1996, and its record of continuous profits lasted regardless of the Great Recession in 2007 to 2009. However, the company's quick rise in a highly competitive and quickly evolving sector caused competitors to feel resentful and jealous, and some of them even claimed that the business's behavior broke American laws. Microsoft and its supporters replied that rather than minimizing competition and technological innovation, their success had fostered both. In addition, their software had progressively gotten more affordable and helpful. Now let us consider a golden history that revokes the change in the Internet. Microsoft was late to see the business potential of network systems, including the Internet, in part due to its spectacular success in PC software. It introduced Windows NT in 1993, a game-changing application that connected various PCs and enhanced security for networks. Sales were initially underwhelming. Microsoft didn't enter the Internet software market until Netscape Communications Corp released Navigator, a web browser application that made it easier for users to use the World Wide Web than it had previously been. Microsoft unexpectedly altered its direction, produced Internet Explorer as well as its own version of a browser, made it available for free, and then actively pushed computer manufacturers and Internet service providers to use it exclusively. Do you know the great history of Microsoft in the smartphone industry and the gaming industry? When Microsoft unveiled the Xbox in 2001, the market for video games immediately pushed it into second position. It introduced Xbox Live, a high-speed gaming network for the company's consoles, in 2002. Microsoft battled over the years to turn a profit on its system in a highly competitive marketplace where the Xbox was put under a lot of stress from the Sony PlayStation and Nintendo Wii. As an example, in 2009 the business reduced the cost of the Xbox 360 Elite by as much as 25% in an effort to gain market share. The strategy worked since the Xbox 360 was the most popular gaming system in American homes by 2010. However, the Entertainment and Devices Division, EDD, of Microsoft saw a 6% decline in sales as a result of the pricing reductions. The Xbox One replaced the Xbox 360 in 2013, and the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series South took their place in 2020. The Zune line of portable media players, released in 2006, ended its production in 2011 because it was unable to compete with Apple's iPod for market share. The Windows Mobile OS, which is included in smartphones built by a number of manufacturers, including HTC, LG, Motorola, as well as Samsung, lagged behind Research in Motion's BlackBerry as well as Apple's iPhone in terms of market share in the United States. Microsoft stopped producing the online and disc editions of its Encarta Encyclopedia in 2009. In 2001, Microsoft started preparing for a complete repair of all of its operating systems. The new operating system, named Vista, was offered to software developers in late 2006 and to the general public in 2007. The firm started afresh. Similar to the majority of new operating systems, Vista initially had compatibility issues with older computer devices. The new operating system's bloated nature created more of a challenge since it needed a very fast CPU and a lot of dedicated computer memory for it to function properly. Due to its high requirement for sufficient system resources, many businesses and people choose not to upgrade from previous, completely functional systems like Windows XP. Microsoft's corporate customers have even more justifications for sticking with Windows XP. XP was substantially more secure than the previous versions but had issues that were still present compared to other operating systems. Business users were hesitant to switch operating systems since Windows XP was quicker, more secure, and supported a multitude of software products that were created specifically for it. One may claim that Vista's failure among MS users was caused by consumer satisfaction with XP. Once Arfa Abdul Karim, who became the youngest Microsoft certified professional in 2004, said, "Not only would I like to work as the youngest technology evangelist at Microsoft, I would like to work on those cutting-edge technologies which would be explored by technology evangelists 5 years from now." By this saying, we understand that Microsoft is a giant company that dominates our life on a large scale. Now let's take some time to gather some extra knowledge. Do you know? The word Microsoft was introduced with the combination of microcomputer plus software. Windows XP was introduced with the combination of Windows plus Experience words. The enormous success of Apple's consumer devices, the iPhone as well as iPod, helped Mac OS X gain popularity. By the end of the first decade of the 21st century, Linux had seized 1/3 of the expanding low-cost netbook market. In the midst of these issues, Microsoft continued to be the market leader in operating system production. In accordance with the study report, Windows had an estimated market share of 86 to 92% globally. Then Microsoft debuted Windows 8 in 2012, which included a start screen with apps displayed as tiles along a grid. A new web browser, Microsoft Edge, which replaced Internet Explorer, and Cortana, a personal digital assistant that can respond to voice commands, were both included in Windows 10, which was introduced in 2015. Microsoft's Live Search remains significantly behind its competitors Google Incorporated, the newly formed market leader, as well as Yahoo Incorporated, the long-standing internet portal site. As a result, considering the launch of Bing in 2009, Microsoft hoped to alter the market's dynamics. However, conversations between the parties continued, and in 2009 a deal was made in which Yahoo would manage premium adverts for Microsoft's website and utilize Bing for its own website. In an effort to compete with Google at the forefront, Microsoft walked into the world of cloud computing, in which users may access application software as well as data storage through their own PCs connected to centralized internet services. The first action was taken by Microsoft with the release of its Windows Azure platform in 2010. Azure enables companies to create computer infrastructure in the cloud and then give the infrastructure as services to customers. Also, a very successful Office business software package, which includes Word, Excel, Outlook, PowerPoint, and OneNote, was introduced as Office 365 by Microsoft in 2011. Microsoft made its largest purchase in business history when it paid $8.5 billion for the internet voice communication startup Skype in 2011. Also, Microsoft purchased the career-focused social networking business LinkedIn for $26.2 billion in 2016. Microsoft's products have been widely recognized as a more inexpensive, more accessible alternative to Apple's devices, which have dominated the high-end, high-price point market for smartphones and tablets. We hope that our viewers have received a clear understanding of how the world's most powerful tech company has evolved and has become a tech giant in the world. Did this buzz your curiosity for more? What would you like next? Thank you for watching, subscribe, and follow for more.